I'm Kyra. I'm a second year speech therapy student. And I also didn't have a title, so it now is magnetizing your audience. When given the opportunity to express your opinion through magnetic presentation, there are said to be 6 major factors contributing to the effectiveness of your presentation, thereby maximizing the impact of what you're trying to say. The beginning, eye contact, voice, hand gesture, stance and movement, and finally, the ending. If the aim of a presentation is to draw the attention of others, it is important to take these aspects into consideration in order to present an effective display with the highest level of engagement. The beginning of any presentation is essentially an introduction to the topic. In this respect, it should contain the basis of the information that you're going to cover throughout your presentation. This makes it important that the beginning has a certain quality that will make it attention-grabbing, as well as being informative enough to introduce the topic sufficiently. There are a number of strategies to make the beginning of your presentation as interesting as possible, and these vary in accordance with the target audience and the level of formality that you're aiming for. A technique universally favoured in effective presentations is eye contact. We've talked about this a lot today. Eye contact can be described simply as meeting the gaze of those you are presenting to. It is an essential form of non-verbal communication, as it not only shows that you are engaging and interacting with the audience, but it shows confidence, assertiveness, and even adds an element of trust and sincerity between you and your listeners. With practice, eye contact is a skill that is easy to develop. The vocalic features of a presenter are also vital for creating engagement. There are endless possibilities on ways to use your voice to attract an audience. A strong voice shows confidence and gives assurance. Specifically during presentations, it is important to speak at an appropriate volume and at a steady, medium pace to make it easy for the audience to listen. A common habit that is important to avoid is speaking in a monotonous tone. Intonation and stress are the techniques that add interest to your voice and ultimately to what you are saying, keeping the audience interested. These techniques can be utilized for emphasis, persuasion, and even when you need to be informative. Another aspect of a successful presentation is hand gesture. When used appropriately, hand gesture can assist you in communicating your information to the audience in a simple yet engaging manner. Hand gesture is especially useful at times when trying to make a point, when asking a question, and certainly when you are trying to include the audience in your presentation. An often understated aspect of an effective presentation is the impact of stance and movement. How a presenter stands can convey a number of things, and it is essential to match your stance and movement to the type of presentation that you are giving. A speaker with good posture and minimal extraneous movement radiates confidence and is generally able to engage and maintain the attention of the audience. A stooped posture can imply that the speaker is unsure of what they are saying, and fidgeting with things like clothes or hair can provide distraction for the audience and detract them from the information that you are trying to give. Finally, the ending of a presentation is important for a number of reasons. Quite simply, the ending is the final impression you have on your audience, and therefore will be something they remember, or hopefully. In addition to accurately concluding the information or ideas given throughout the presentation, the ending should have an impact on the audience. It is important here to be concise. Provide a short summary that gets straight to the point without adding any extra information, and ensure that you deliver it using techniques that make it memorable. In conclusion, a magnetic presentation can be made up of 6 factors: an attention-grabbing beginning, eye contact, voice, hand gesture, stance and movement, and an ending with an impact. When taken into careful consideration and used to the best of their ability, the effects of these techniques can accumulate to create an engaging, magnetic performance. Thank you.